Oscar! Oscar, Luna, come on! Oscar, Luna! Come on! Do you have a hand? Can I reach for a hand? Ah, hi, love.
Good afternoon, everyone. Laura, Savannah, and I would like to extend a warm welcome to all of you on this special day. Their relationship has deepened and grown as a result of your love and support, which has led them to wanting to make the relationship permanent. Thank you for sharing your milestone day. Who gives these brides to be married?
We do.
Laura and Savannah, your adventure began the instant you met. You spent the time to figure out what makes the other person happy and how to best support them when life gets complicated. You warmly embrace each other's families, communities, and longtime friends. With your love, you have created a new community and have worked tirelessly to sustain it as it develops and flourishes. Today, you will join as one, a loving bond that cannot be broken. With great reverence, we all come together to celebrate the love and devotion shared by these two children of God who stand before us. At this time, we're going to pass the wedding rings around to perform a ring warming. We're asking that as the rings come to you, you just hold it for a second, place your hand over it for about a second or two, and just privately think about your blessings, positive vibes, and prayers for the couple, and just pass it along row to row. And then when it gets to the last person in that row, we'll start this way, and then it'll end up here. Then when the rings make their way back to the front, Laura and Savannah will exchange them, and they'll carry your love on their journey through life together. These rings are starting out as cold pieces of metal, but they'll return warmed with all of your love. Now we'll have a reading that captures the essence of love and partnership. Love is not merely a feeling. It's an action, a daily commitment to support, understand, and grow with each other. It's titled All I Know About Love, and will be read by Savannah's uncle, Jeff Rogers.
This is a poem called All I Know About Love by Neil Gaiman. This is everything I have to tell you about love. Nothing. This is everything I've learned about marriage. Nothing. Only that the world out there is complicated, and there are beasts in the night, and delight, and pain. And the only thing that makes it okay, sometimes, is to reach out a hand in the darkness and find another hand to squeeze, and not to be alone. It's not the kisses, or never just the kisses. It's what they mean. Somebody's got your back. Somebody knows your worst self and somehow doesn't want to rescue you or send the army to rescue them. It's not two broken halves becoming one. It's the light of a distant lighthouse bringing you both safely home, because home is wherever you are both together. So this is everything I have to tell you about love and marriage. Nothing. Like a book without pages or a forest without trees. Because there are things you cannot know before you experience them. Because no study can prepare you for the joys or the trials. Because nobody else's love, nobody else's marriage is like yours. It's a road you can only learn by walking it. A dance you cannot be taught. A song that did not exist before you began together to sing. And because in the darkness, you will reach out a hand, not knowing for certain if someone else is there, and your hands will meet, and then neither of you will ever need to be alone again. That's all I know about love.
That reading reminds us all of the strength and beauty found in loving and in being loved. Laura and Savannah are two of the most loving people I have ever known. I met Savannah almost 3 years ago at Christmas Eve dinner. She is one of those people you instantly like, and I did indeed instantly like her. I could also instantly tell how much she adored Laura, which of course made me like her even more. Savannah is a truly good person. She is genuine, down to earth, smart, and compassionate. She's also giving and generous in ways both large and small. One small but tickling way I witnessed a few weeks ago when we were at my mom's 85th birthday brunch, or Gamma/Gigi as she's also known. Savannah got some special coffee concoction, which I have absolutely no idea what it was, but it had huge swirls of whipped cream on top. Before even taking that glorious first sip and first bite of whipped cream, she asked if Laura wanted to try it and held the glass up to her. Now that's true love. Yes, I instantly liked Savannah, but now I love her and love seeing how much joy she and Laura bring to each other's lives. And of course, as Laura's aunt and godmother, I've loved her since the very day she was born. Laura, too, is truly a good person. She is kind, smart, empathetic, and funny. And she's been all those things since she was a child. I remember once when she was between Lorelai and Ruthie's age, she, Caitlin, Sarah, and John were spending the day at night with me at my condo. We were at my pool, and when Laura got out of the pool, there was a huge air pocket in her bathing suit, which made it poof out in the stomach. She proceeded to laugh hysterically and said in a sing-song voice, "Belly suit, as she danced around. We all cracked up, and for the rest of the night, she periodically burst out singing, belly suit, giggling with glee to make us all laugh again. Decades later, Laura still finds joy in making people laugh. When you're with Savannah and Laura, the joy they share is obvious, but even more obvious is their love. Over the course of their relationship, they have developed an amazingly strong bond based on shared values and mutual respect. With a rock-solid foundation from which to grow, they made the decision to take the oath of marriage and spend the rest of their lives together. It all started on their first date. Both were nervous, but after a brief amount of time, they felt extremely comfortable with each other and talked for almost 4 hours straight until the restaurant had to close. Savannah is usually very aware of time, but she said she was lost in the moment and couldn't believe 4 hours had passed. Laura said she instantly felt super comfortable, that she didn't even bat an eyelash when Savannah asked how many kids she wanted. It's not normally a first date question, but this was no normal first date. It was the beginning of two beautiful souls on a beautiful journey. Some people roll their eyes at the term soulmates and say things like, oh, there's not just one soulmate for each person, or, well, what happens if my soulmate lives in a yurt in Mongolia, so we never meet? I think the most important thing about the word soulmate is the first half, soul. It implies that two souls found each other that were meant to be mated as one. Souls are the spiritual essence of a person. Souls have no body, no gender, no physicality. Whatever outer shell we all happen to be born in does not matter in the least when we die. It's the soul that lives on. And the only thing that matters is the love that was manifested by that soul. I asked Laura and Savannah separately when they first knew they were in love with the other. Laura said she knew pretty early on. She was in the airport on the way to Hawaii, and as an anxious traveler, she was very nervous. Savannah was very sweet and understanding and called and texted numerous times. And she even sent Laura 2 albums with songs specially curated to calm her down. Savannah said she knew she was in love when they were driving home from a trivia night, and Laura was kind of dancing along in her seat to Super Trooper. And Savannah was moved by how joyful Laura was and knew she never wanted that joy out of her life. And now I will sing a verse of ABBA's Super Trooper. Not really, don't I saw a movie recently where one character asked another, "Have you ever been married?" And the other character said, "I don't think so." At first, it just seems funny and ridiculous. How could they not know if they were married? But then, on a deeper level, you realize the character was saying that even though they were legally married a couple times, they never actually felt truly married, never felt a true commitment. When I talked to Savannah and Laura about commitment, Savannah said that commitment is a choice. But with Laura, it's not a hard choice or an obligation. It's a joyful choice. Laura said that commitment to Savannah makes her feel very comfortable and safe, and she knows it's forever. Through your commitment to love and with the power of faith, together you'll be able to navigate any obstacles that come your way. As your new forever life begins today, it's all founded on the enduring power of your love. You begin a new life of partnership defined by shared hopes and dreams. Savannah and Laura's mutual respect, appreciation, and love is truly admirable. I asked them separately what 5 words they would use to describe the other to someone who has never met her. Laura's 5 words for you, Savannah, were kind, intentional, silly, cheerleader, and caring. Laura, Savannah's 5 words to describe you were giving, coffee, accepting, stubborn in a good way, and sunshine. Since I know Laura and Savannah both want children, I asked them again separately what they promised to bring to their future children. Savannah said she will bring love, fun, reliability, and a full immersion in their life. Laura said she will bring unconditional love and will always be present for them in the moment. And she wants to be a mom like her own mom, Susan, as well as a parent like Tim, Caitlin, and Chris. As I was asking them individually so many questions, I started to feel like Barbara Walters, which means I just had to ask each one, what kind of a tree would she be? And I know nobody under 40 will get that, but I swear to you, they both said willow tree to describe the other. Savannah said Laura's a willow because she's sturdy and around for the long game, but still flowing and able to adapt as the wind blows. Laura said Savannah's a willow because she's the essence of all-encompassing branches that protect you like a big hug. What animal would you describe the other as? Savannah said, you're a koala bear, Laura. Because you're cuddly, affectionate, and you like naps. Savannah, you're a golden retriever to Laura. Because you're happy, loving, loyal, and you want to be part of everything. And for my final question, I just had to ask them what Taylor Swift song most symbolizes their relationship. Savannah said, sweet nothing, because the little sweet nothings you say to each other are so important. All the kind little things matter and makes love sweet, peaceful, and happy. Laura chose Invisible String because it's all about going through life and finally finding the right person, understanding you eventually found each other because of that invisible string that always connected you, that continually got shorter and shorter until you finally met and found a lasting home with each other. Laura and Savannah, I think you are such a special couple, and I'm so proud of the people you are and of the beautiful love you share. I know you will always make your relationship a priority and continue to nurture each other day in and day out. Spend time doing the things that make life precious. Cooperate with each other, always make time to laugh together, shake off the petty stuff, and never lose appreciation for the love you share. Remember, too, to adhere to the vows that you will make today. Seek strength from each other, give hope to each other, and let your trials help you grow together. Yes, there will be trials and challenges ahead, but the strength of your bond will offer you protection to weather any storm. I'd like to read a very brief passage from the book Tom Lake by Ann Patchett that I think will resonate with how you envision your life together. There is no explaining this simple truth about life. You will forget much of it. The day-to-day upsetting things you were certain you'd never be able to let go, now you're not entirely sure when they happened, while the heart-stopping joys become permanent memories. New memories are continually being made with different joys until one day, in the future, you are sitting at a lake with your spouse and grown children, and you are positive that this is all you've ever wanted in the world. Savannah and Laura, I wish you a lifetime of love and endless moments of heart-stopping joys made up of a collage including willow trees, super troopers, belly suits, pathos plants, coffee, sweet nothings, Sweetwater Lake, sweet sunshine, and invisible strings that never ever break. And now the mothers of the brides will come up to light the candles, which Laura and Savannah will light their unity candle with as a symbol of their lives joining as one. some special blessings for you, Savannah and Laura. Would those of you who have been given a blessing, please stand when it is your turn. The first blessing giver may begin.
We bless this couple in the name of friendship. May this marriage prosper with the always strengthening bonds of two who know, trust, and love each other.
We bless this couple in the name of intimacy. May this marriage discover the peace and satisfaction, honest communication, and open charity.
We bless this couple in the name of justice. May marriage seek what is fine and right, and flourish with love and respect.
We bless this couple in the name of wisdom. Make this marriage bright a new chapter in the life of experience. Sorry. Each wife can do believe in one another.
Bless this couple in the name of joy. May this marriage be the song of gladness, be the word of mouth, and meditation of heart.
We bless this couple in the name of hope. May this marriage create special dreams and revel in their fulfillment.
We bless this couple in the name of appreciation. May this marriage flourish as they keep their hearts open to each other day and night.
We bless this couple in the name of kindness. May this marriage show that these two can trust each other always and show with generosity.
Thank you. Savannah and Laura, we've already got each other's hands. Savannah, do you welcome Laura as your wife, offering her your love and encouragement, your respect and trust, as together you create your future in sickness and in health, as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Laura, do you welcome Savannah as your wife, offering her your love and encouragement, your respect and trust, as together you create your future in sickness and in health, as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Laura and Savannah, I invite you to share your vows at this time. Please recite after me. I, Savannah, promise you that I will dedicate my heart and life from this day forward.
I, Savannah, promise you that I will dedicate my heart and life from this day forward.
To filling our days with love, laughter, and joy.
To filling our days with love, laughter, and joy.
I, Laura, promise you that I will dedicate my heart and life from this day forward.
I, Laura, promise that I will dedicate my heart and life from this day forward.
To filling our days with love, laughter, and joy.
To filling our days with love, laughter, and joy.
And now both of you may repeat together. I will celebrate your spirit and all of your accomplishments.
I will celebrate your spirit and all of your accomplishments.
I will work to inspire you and be here to remind you of your beauty and strength.
I will work to inspire you. I will work to inspire you
and be here
to remind you of your beauty and strength.
I vow to love you for the rest of my life.
I vow to love you for the rest of my life.
Thank you.
Goodness.
These rings were chosen by you to signify the unbroken circle of life and love. Please repeat after me as you place the rings on each other. I give you this ring as a symbol of my love and commitment.
I give you this ring as a symbol of my love and commitment. We're going to do them separate.
And the eternal vows we have made today to each other.
Symbol of my love and commitment.
Can you repeat that part?
Oh,
We're just so caught up.
Vows.
The eternal
vows
we have
made today
to each other.
With this ring, I thee wed.
With this ring, I thee wed.
Laura and Savannah, by the power vested in me, and more importantly, by the power of your love and dedication, I now pronounce you married as lawfully wedded wives, and therefore, what God has joined together, let no one put asunder. It is with great honor and joy that I officially present to everyone Mrs. and Mrs. Weber. You may now seal your marriage with a kiss.
I'd just like to welcome everybody. What a cool venue. What a cool day. There was, people have asked, well, how stressful was it in getting everything together? And they asked me how stressful it was. And you know how much I had to do with this whole thing? I was told to do 3 things. Tim, what were they? Show up, tear up, and pay up. That's what I was asked to do. And I think I did all 3 of them remarkably well. So thank you very much. I'd just like to welcome everybody. Thank you for being here for Laura and Sparky's wedding. Oh, you don't know? So, how many of you know somebody that gave themselves their own nickname when they were 5? So we were on our way to baseball as a 5-year-old, and she was in the back seat, and I was driving, and she said, Dad, I don't think you can call me Savannah anymore. Okay, what do you want me to call you? And she said, I'm thinking Sparky. And I'm looking forward, and she's sitting behind me, and I said, okay, why Sparky? And she said, well, now, Dad, if you call me Savannah, they're going to know I'm a girl. Well, she was the only girl on that baseball team, and the only one to make the all-star team. So she's always and forever Sparky to me.
Nice job, Ken. And I too would like to welcome all of you on behalf of Ken and Lisa and Susan for sharing this very, very special night for both Savannah and Laura. All right, look, I'm going to get emotional. I know I will. It's just who I am. I am upset. So. Great moments were born from great opportunities. And that's what we have here tonight. That's what the 2 of you have earned here tonight. In the same way that was true of the 1980 U.S. Olympic hockey team, it's true here tonight. These 2 have truly earned their night tonight. To fully understand this, I feel it's important that we state the obvious and acknowledge that this is a gay marriage. Yeah, for many of you, this might be your first gay marriage that you've attended. It is for Susan and I. The marriage of these 2, though, is not something that we've ever hidden. We've shared it with everyone without censorship. We couldn't be more proud. No one, after lighting a lamp, puts it underneath a bushel basket, but on a lampstand and gives it light for all the house. Laura, you've always been a great teacher for your mother and I through so much, but most of it we won't discuss tonight. But you've always been a light to us, lighting our whole house. Thank you for never construing our occasional lack of intellectual understanding, our clumsy questions, and sometimes poor phrasing for not being supportive. As you know, that was never the case. As a family, and as an entire gathering here tonight, you and Savannah have always had our support. In the movie Octopus, My Teacher, Craig Foster free dives in the ocean every day to visit the octopus. During that year, he learns because he continues to watch the octopus. I would say that's what Laura and Savannah have done for us. Allowed us to learn through our curiosity, and their willingness to be natural around us, allowing us to witness their love for each other. I think most everyone in this room tonight knows that Lane is is a play that is a family favorite of all of ours. And for Susan and I, it's our favorite play of all time. Jean Valjean sings on his deathbed. Spoiler alert. Not sure it's a spoiler alert, but it's 45 years plus old. Jean Valjean sings on his deathbed. He says, "To love another person is to see the face of God. Love is love. And these two are in love." Now, a person with any intelligence would probably just stop right there and sit down, but I don't have any. So, and I've waited a lifetime for this moment. So you guys are going to have to handle it, and I'm going to draw it out. Savannah, or should I say Sparky? Mark. And I love that you put that in there. I actually had it in here too. So, we are so happy that you've come into Laura's life, but especially our whole family's life. If for nothing else, Laura responds to group texts now. Allegedly. It's truly sweet to see your love for Laura. You are tireless in your care for her. Always willing to do just, quote, one more favor, end quote, for Laura. I've loved connecting with you over books, and I truly cherish how you adore the grandkids. On a family ski trip to Crystal Mountain, though, is where I really got to know you. Not only did you fit in seamlessly with the family, but your tenacity was on full display as you overcame your apprehension, maybe more like fear, and pursued skiing with your whole self, even going out for some extra skiing while Laura took a nap. On that ski slope that weekend, what I saw was a courageous woman with great desire to master a skill in a sport that only hours before totally was meaningless to her. It has been that same pursuit that Susan and I have witnessed over the years in your relationship with Laura and have truly admired. The pursuit which initially led to your requesting permission to marry our daughter, and later to this very special day. Thank you. Laura, sweet child of mine. We have shared so much over the years. You have too many beautiful qualities to list them all, but I will touch on a few. You always helped me to explore the less common activities. Dog sledding was one of my favorites. And only you were able to get me to take snowboard lessons. You were always my yoga buddy. I loved our dad-daughter yoga trips to Wanderlust. And how about Taekwondo? Yeah. Till I got my nose broken, there was blood all over the place. Yeah. There are so many trips to Purdue. We loved having you close that you were able to do that. But I quote Walt Whitman here, never let your books get in the way of your education. Laura perfected this at Purdue. And I truly admired it. Some truly memorable times happened at Purdue, including 2 breakfast clubs, one of which, our picture made the local newspaper. Long Island iced teas at the Neon Cactus. May that iPhone rest in peace. Or in pieces, as it was. There was also an evening lecture given by Jean Krantz. That's NASA's flight director that she invited me to because she knew I loved space. It's just a simple example of her thoughtfulness towards others. We share a love of plants and music, and especially vinyl. I admire your ability to laugh at yourself, best exemplified by sharing with everyone the Derby story. For those of you who don't know the Derby story, Laura and her friend Caroline Crest, right? After enduring a long, cold, rainy day at the Kentucky Derby, were very excited to see the big race. Feeling very smart, Laura and Caroline took refuge from the weather in the bathroom until the final race of the day, the Derby. But it turns out, unbeknownst to them, that the Derby is the second to the last race. Which you heard very clearly from the bathrooms and never saw. The beauty of it is, though, you freely shared that story, recognizing the humor, and God, I admire that. Laura, you're one of the most thoughtful and loving people this gathering's ever known. Always quick for a care package or just to sit with a friend in need. Your job granting wishes fits you perfectly, making other people's miracles come true. Such a beautiful soul. So of course, I could go on forever. Please know, though, that your mom and I truly love you and are so proud. Just so proud. Lord and Savannah, I want to take a personal moment here and thank you for choosing to keep the Weber surname going. Laura, I assume it was you initially, and Savannah, I know you had to sacrifice a bit on this, but it means the world to me, and I know my dad is smiling broadly in heaven right now because of this. So thank you. This is just one small example, though, of how perfect these two are together. The two of them truly complement each other. What one seems to lack, the other does very well, and vice versa. But although the two of you are perfect together, at this moment, the moment of committing to each other, it is much more than being right for each other. It is giving yourself to each other. Naco, one of Laura's favorite artists, maybe Savannah's too, sums it up perfectly in the song lyrics. You got the keys, but I'll never keep the door locked. He states it so beautifully, right? Everything that I have been, everything that I own, and everything that I am, you now have access to. You have the keys, but I'll never keep the door locked. As I see the two of you sitting there holding hands, you are, like a stroll on a beach at sunset, right? But then there will be times when it'll be a bit more difficult to continue to hold hands. Running downhill maybe, navigating the stream crossing with white water, maybe even storms of monsoon proportions. Despite how difficult it might get, never let go. Always stay hand in hand. Because the real joy of marriage is truly sharing both the sunsets and the storms, navigating them together, hand in hand. All right, let's raise a glass. To Laura and Savannah Weber, may the two of you always have the strength of the entire 1980 Olympic hockey team to weather any storm, the passion and commitment of Herb Brooks to succeed in your marriage. Sorry, you already didn't know anything. And of course, to have the miracle of love. Al Michaels said, "Do you believe in miracles?"
Yes!
Thank you.
So just starting this off, I'm a quite ugly crier. So if I start crying, I need a good cheers, and it'll be great. Okay? I've had the absolute honor of being Savannah's maid of honor today. You probably saw me cry earlier today. I'm really sorry. I just want to thank everyone for coming near and far. I know a lot of people traveled really far, especially Miss Elizabeth White over there. So I just want to say thank you to everyone for coming and witnessing the undeniable love between Savannah and Laura. It's just really special to see. I've known Savannah since 3rd grade, and I wish I could say from the first time we saw each other it was friends at first sight, but it definitely was not. I was the girl from Ellettsville who my dad decided I would join a Bloomington softball practice. But I was unaware of the rival between our teams, but Savannah was very aware. And it didn't go well. I didn't go back. But we decided to move to Bloomington. And 2 years later, I was in Little Sparky's class. I was really trying to make friends, being the new girl in school, and I decided to join her friends for recess. At recess, her friends decided to hold a funeral for a butterfly named Jeffrey. If you remember, I'm sure tears and all were shed, I promise. It was very emotional. Either I was really desperate for friends, or Savannah and I were meant to be friends in this life, because after that recess, we were inseparable. That's normally where I cry, so we're doing good. I quickly gained a best friend for life, and their family became my family really quickly, and I gained 2 new sisters, a brother, and new parents as well. Since then, we've been through every phase together. We've been through elementary school, awkward braces phases, broken bones, middle school basketball practices, first boyfriends and girlfriends, heartbreak, going to college and living 4 hours away from each other for the first time, and then me living with her family way too many times. But my favorite phase has been watching her fall in love with Laura. From the very first time Savannah called me to tell me about Laura, I knew that it was it for her. Then I met Laura and I learned why. Sorry. Cheers! I always tell everyone, Laura is a bundle of sunshine. She lights up every room that she enters. I met Laura at a bar in Broad Ripple, and I could tell with how they looked at each other and how they spoke to each other that this one was different. Laura, you bring out the best type of sunshine in Savannah, and the happiness that I've never seen before. It's easy to see when you two are together how special it is. I had the honor of growing up with Savannah, and I can't wait to watch you two grow old together. So let's raise our glasses to Savannah and Laura. May happiness and sunshine find you two in every phase of life. Here's to my best friend and her new best friend.
All right, that's what I'm talking about. Now everyone give it up for the maid of honor, Caitlin Garrett.
A toast to the bride.
To the bride!
To the other bride. From your sister, who's always by your side.
I'm so lucky to be the big sister to Laura, one of 2 very beautiful brides tonight. I've known Laura her whole life. Our mom and dad introduced us. And pretty much since the moment they laid Laura on my lap at the ripe age of 3, I've been dreaming of this moment. The moment in which my baby sister has found the love of her life, but also the moment that I get to take the stage to say anything I want about Laura.
Sure.
Growing up, Broadway musicals have been a cornerstone of our family. The lyrics for many of these shows have been belted out in times of joy, carried us through times of sadness, and in many ways shaped who Laura and I are today. So as I contemplated how to write this speech, I again let Broadway be my guiding light. So sit back and relax as I take you all on a journey through some of our favorite Broadway musicals as I do my best to publicly embarrass my sister one last time. Welcome to the friends who have come from away. Welcome to the locals who have always said they'd stay. If you're coming from Toledo or you're coming from Taipei, because we come from everywhere, we all come from away. Truly welcome to each and every one of you here to celebrate with us tonight. It means the world to my sister and Savannah that you all are willing to come from away and be here in support of and testimony to their love tonight. Laura and Savannah, take a quick look around and sear this into your brain. Weddings are so special because never again will you have a room full of people all here solely for you. It's been a hard week, but look at the beautiful community you two have created. I feel so blessed to be a part of this. I know my sister like I know my own mind. You will never find anyone as trusting or as kind. Now, this Hamilton lyric is really very sweet, right? Everyone here knows Laura is trusting and kind. However, as a big sister, I took advantage of these things. Some may say that's cruel, but I'd say I just knew my sister like I knew my own mind. And I knew how to get what I wanted. Survive a long car ride? No problem. Laura will massage my feet. Need my room cleaned? Sure, Laura will do it for me. Oh, come on, I did pay her. I mean, I also taught her from a young age that the penny is worth the most because it's a different color than the other coins. But I think that's just good money-saving tactics on my part. I want more pink or red Starburst? No problem. I'll tell my little sister that the best ones are the orange and the yellow. I think she had her first red or pink Starburst when she was in high school, maybe older. I would like to formally apologize to my sister in front of everyone for taking advantage of you for being trusting and kind. But I would also like to publicly thank you for being my best friend growing up and now. You were always there, not just to massage my feet, but also to do lip sync competitions with our Polly Pockets, go on adventures at RV parks, ride every roller coaster we encountered, make up dances, swing as Spider Sisters on the swing, play hours of Super Monkey Ball, and most of all, eat microwave raw cookie dough together. I have the joy now of raising 3 daughters, and while I do laugh when I see my middle daughter falling into the similar tricks that Laura did, I hope and pray every day that their childhood is as full of the very best sister memories, just like mine was with you. I was the luckiest to spend my childhood with you as my sister, and even luckier now to spend my adulthood with you as my best friend. So much of me was made of what I learned from you. You'll be with me like a handprint on my heart. Because I knew you, I have been changed for good. One of my favorite things Laura used to do was sit on my bed in my room, all the time. This was particularly when I was in high school. Sometimes we would talk about our days or listen to Taylor Swift, or I would help her with her Spanish homework, but more often than not, she was just around. She would listen to my phone calls or lay in my bed, and I never, in my memory, fought it, but also she was a little unsure as to why she did it, until I went to college, and suddenly she wasn't there. And I remember so vividly feeling such a void that now her presence wasn't just around all the time. And suddenly I got it. Laura is an incredible person because she knows how to love you in the exact way that you need to be loved. Much to Laura's dismay, I am not the most touchy-feely and don't always want hugs. So Laura at a young age learned how to hug me without even touching me. And I don't know if she knows how important that time together was for me. But for me, it is nearly the cornerstone of our relationship and one of my most favorite memories with her. So while we're probably past the days of her spending hours in my bed just being present, I am so grateful she and Savannah just bought a house around the corner from us, because I know if I asked, she would come and sit in my bed and support me through anything. Savannah, you are so lucky to be married to someone who will always love you in the way that you need to be loved. I hope you know that. And I will always be thankful to have your love, Laura, with me like a handprint on my heart. Now on to you, Savannah. But first, can I get you some water? Are you doing okay? When Savannah first came to our family Christmas, we got her a cup or a water bottle. And she was, of course, nervous. It was her first family Christmas. She opened it and exclaimed, "This is a perfect gift. I am a dehydrated person." I think we nailed it. Unfortunately for Savannah, that has now become a common phrase in our family. Thank you for letting us tease you, and I hope you know we only tease the people we love. 76 trombones at the big parade with 110 cornets close at hand. Savannah and I, along with Laura and some other family members here tonight, had the pleasure, no, honor, of seeing Hugh Jackman in Music Man on Broadway 2 years ago. Savannah was not new on the scene by any means, but we hadn't spent a ton of extended time together. I openly admit I was jazzed out of my mind after seeing that show, and was parading down the streets of New York, screaming 76 trombones. I have now proceeded to do this many times in many places with Savannah. Intentionally or unintentionally, this is now our theme song. Now, it absolutely makes me laugh and is a special memory I have with Savannah, but the real reason I bring it up tonight is it highlights one of my favorite characteristics of Savannah. She lets anyone and everyone be themselves. Even if being themselves is doing high knees down the streets of New York screaming about trombones. Savannah has always accepted me for who I am, but even more importantly has always accepted my girls for who they are. She makes it a priority to know what they love, what makes their world go round, so she can connect with them. Watching her become Nana to my girls has been the most special journey. Because when you don't feel strong enough to stand, you can reach out your hand, and oh, someone will come running, and I know they'll take you home. Savannah, we know life can be hard, and I know you already have 3 amazing sisters, but tonight you get another one. I am here for you through any storm or life chaos. I support you for who you are at your core, and will help facilitate any dream you have. You can always reach out your hand, and I will always come running. I hope you always know with me, you will be found just as you are. Can I conceal myself forevermore, pretend I'm not the man I was before? And must my name until I die be no more than an alibi? Must I lie? If I speak, I am condemned. If I stay silent, I am damned. Pride, the whole reason we're here, and the whole reason you two are together. I wanted to take a moment and highlight how proud I am of both of you for not concealing yourself, for speaking out and owning your name. Just like Valjean and Les Mis, you answered the question, who am I? Courageously, even though there were potential implications or backlash. I hope you know you are fiercely loved and supported by me and so many others. I am so proud of the example you set for my girls. They often do pretend play of families with 2 mommies. You have made all types of love feel safe and normal. But maybe most importantly, you are beacons of light to others who need courage embracing their true selves. It's what I am most proud of when I look at you and your love. You are here at the start of a moment on the edge of the world where the river meets the sea. So now, at the start of this moment, it is time to go forth and be married. This night will be one of the best nights of your marriage, but you have so many great memories to come. Marriage is hard. I by no means am an expert, but I can tell you almost 10 years in, it does take daily work. But I can also tell you that the hard work is so worth it to be married to your best friend. Fight for each other, always give more than you get, and love endlessly. For your marriage, I hope you never feel on my own, but rather will be dancing through life together. Savannah, your opinions about how the house should be organized may not always be popular. But I wish that you both will be satisfied with the beautiful life you are building. When words fail, you can always bring him or her home and get all the love and support you need. Life will often feel nonstop, but But as long as you have a heart full of love, you can take on anything together. We will tell the story of tonight for years to come and how we heard the people sing in the room where it happened. But most of all, no one in here is going to ask, what is this feeling? Because with just one look at you, we know that feeling is love. Savannah, I had the pure joy of growing up with Laura as my sister, and now you get the pure joy of growing old with her as your wife. Let's all raise our glasses and toast the new Mrs. and Mrs. Weber. May your dreams come true, and may they forever be drunk on the same boat. Cheers.